Day number 1, cutting my iPhone 16 Pro in half until Apple comments.
Apple doesn't have TikTok.
Yes, they do. Just go into the comments, search for @Apple, and tag them. They need to see this video. And now we start. No, wait. Before we start cutting, we have to take out the battery. I don't want this thing to explode when I cut it. We open the iPhone up, rip the screen out, and this is the beautiful inside. Now we remove the battery.
Apple won't comment.
I'm positive they will. They can't just keep ignoring us. They have to answer. This battery is smaller than I expected. Should we also cut it in half? Leave it in the comments. Now we just have to reassemble. Put the screen back on. Screw the screws back in. And the iPhone is good as new, except it doesn't work anymore. Now we can finally start cutting. Wait, actually. This video is almost over. I think we will start cutting on day 2. See you then. Cheers. Day number 2, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop. Today is the day. We finally start cutting this iPhone 16 Pro.
Yay, I got the OG ticket.
That's right. You can collect your OG ticket in the comments. Don't wait too long. You can only get it until day 3.
@Apple.
Guys, I need your help. Go and tag @Apple in the comments. They have to stop me from cutting the iPhone. I can't do this anymore.
That's already the 3rd iPhone.
It actually is. We already cut 2 older iPhones, but this is an actually new one. Comment Jeff if you remember the first ever series. And now let's take a look at the first cutting results. For the first day of cutting, this is really good. Let's keep this up, and we will be done in no time. The glass on the back is completely cracked. It kinda looks nice. Share this video if you collected your OG ticket. Cheers! Day number 4, cutting my iPhone 16 Pro in half before Apple notices.
Apple doesn't care.
I know. Apple is just ignoring us. But we can change that. Guys, go and tag them in the comments. If they comment on my video, I will personally go into an Apple store and ask them to fix the iPhone. Just imagine the look on their faces.
Cut the Switch 2.
Guys, I really like that idea. I think the next project will be the Switch 2. If you also want that, just tag @Nintenderos in the comments and share this video for maximum support.
Day 4 of asking to be in a video.
Of course you can be in a video, and all of you guys as well. And now let's see the result. Well, look at this. We're already almost halfway. What do you think? Will it still turn on? We're so close to halfway. Only 1 or 2 days. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 5, cutting my iPhone 16 Pro in half before Apple stops me.
Apple don't care. You just give them money.
Wait, this guy might be right. They won't comment if we just keep going. So I will stop cutting Apple products if they don't comment on my video. Go and tag them to let them know.
Does it turn on?
That's a great question. Let's just test it. We take a cable and plug it in and turn it on. I don't think it will work without the battery. Should we plug it back in? Leave it in the comments.
I voted for Switch 2.
Yes! I let you guys vote what we should cut next. If you want to be part of that too, just join the Halver board and tag Nintenderos if I should cut the Switch 2, and tag Samsung if I should cut something like the S25 Ultra. And now let's see the result. We made solid progress, and we will soon reach halfway. What do you think? How many more days? Just let me know. I say 1 or 2 max. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 6, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple comments.
Apple doesn't have TikTok.
That is actually true. Last time I checked, Apple didn't have TikTok. Look at this. Apple actually doesn't have TikTok. They literally don't show up here. That means they can't even comment on my video. What should we do?
So Switch 2 is next?
Well, I don't know. You guys can decide. Just tag Nintenderos in the comments if you want me to cut the Switch 2 next, and I will do it.
When halfway?
Ha ha ha. There is a surprise waiting for you. Today is the day. We finally reach halfway. What do you think? When will the last day be? I say we finish it on day 15. And now, let's see the result. Looking good. Finally, we reached halfway. If we keep going like this, we will be done in no time. And next, we will cut the Apple logo completely. Are you ready? Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 7, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple 100% has TikTok.
No, that is 99% wrong. Can you proof that Apple has TikTok? Because look, even if I search for Apple on TikTok, I can't find anything. There you have it. Apple doesn't have TikTok.
Please switch to next.
Your wish is my command. So I guess we're cutting the Switch 2 next. Is that a good idea? Or what do you think? Should we rather cut a PS5? Just let me know in the comments.
Tag Apple so he has to stop.
Well guys, that is right. Only Apple can stop me. And please don't tag them. Otherwise we can't finish this series. And we don't want that, right? And now, let's see the result. We made no progress. Phil has to hustle a bit more. The Apple logo is almost completely cut in half. What do you think, how many more days? We'll see. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 8, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple comments.
I can't tag Apple. They don't have TikTok.
This guy is actually right. Apple has no TikTok account. Just go into the comments and try to tag them. It doesn't work. I can't even find them if I search for their account. Prove me wrong. I bet you can't.
Please give me the Switch 3.
Is this guy from the future? Or does he mean the Switch 2? If you want to see the Switch 2 cut in half, go and tag Nintenderos in the comments, and it will be our next series. Please don't. The Switch 2 is very expensive.
I keep getting tagged, so I count as Apple, right?
I'm telling you, Apple doesn't have TikTok. You guys just keep tagging this guy. But now, let's see the result. Well, we are making no progress. Look, the magnets are collecting the dust. Tomorrow we 100% make progress. The Apple logo will finally get cut completely. Cheers! Today is the last day of cutting my iPhone 16 Pro in half, because Apple actually commented on my video. Look,
Stop destroying that iPhone.
Apple actually has TikTok, and they want me to stop cutting, but let me check. It seems I somehow misspelled Apple last time. This is their real account. Guys, this means I will actually stop cutting. This is the last video, because that is what Apple wants.
Can I please be OG?
Well, day 3 is long over, but since this is the last day, I will allow it. Just go and comment OG ticket, and just like that, you're now an OG.
Christmas will be the last day.
I like that idea, but that would be another 10 days. What do you think? Just let me know. And now let's see the progress. Looking pretty good, but look, the screen is falling out. And we finally cut the Apple logo completely. Well, this was the last day. Cheers. Day number 10, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple comments.
Apple didn't actually comment.
Guys, he is 100% right. The comment from day 9 was not real. Look at this. That is not the real Apple account. Well, this means Apple doesn't actually have TikTok. What should we do now? Let me know in the comments.
Why switch to? Do Samsung.
Guys, I think it is already too late. I just ordered a Switch 2, so it will be our next series. I'm hyped for it. If you want me to cut Samsung next, tag them in the comments. Maybe we can do that after the Switch 2. Now let's take a look at the result. Well, not too bad. We made solid progress. And I'm so ready for the Switch 2. That will be fun! What do you guys think? There is not much left. Should the last day be on Christmas? Just let me know. I think Phil can do this. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 11, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple has TikTok. You even follow them.
That is 99.9% incorrect. First of all, Apple doesn't have TikTok. If they had TikTok, I would follow them. And I don't. Look, I am following 0 people on TikTok. Apple simply doesn't have TikTok. If you don't believe me, prove me wrong.
Please, not the Switch 2.
Guys, we already cut the standard Switch in half. So it is logical to cut the Switch 2 as well, right? Because that's what we will. I already ordered one, and it will be our next series.
Buy more iPhones.
I almost thought that is the real Apple. Do you guys want me to cut more iPhones? Or rather Samsung for a change? Just let me know in the comments. And now, look at the result. We made some good progress. What do you think? How many more days will we need? Just let me know. I think at least 5 more days. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 12, cutting my iPhone 16 Pro in half before Apple notices me.
Nintendo doesn't have TikTok.
We are officially going to cut a Switch 2 next. But Nintendo can't comment if they don't have TikTok. Do you guys know if they do? Just try to tag them in the comments. That's the easiest way to find out.
I can't tag Apple. They don't have TikTok.
That is actually 100% correct. And I even have proof for that. Look at this. If I search for Apple, nothing is coming up. There is no real Apple account. So what should we do? Just let me know in the comments.
Last day on the last day of 2025.
I really like that idea. Should we make the last day of this series on the 31st of December? Just share this video if you think that's a good idea. And now, look at the result. We made decent progress. What do you think? When will the last day be? Maybe actually the 31st. We'll see. Cheers. Day number 13, cutting my iPhone in half before Apple can stop me.
Don't cut the Switch 2.
I think it's already too late for that. Because look at this. I got a brand new Switch 2 here. And guess what? We're going to cut it in half. Is that a good idea?
Nintendo will sue you.
Guys, Nintendo actually can't sue me. Because they don't even have TikTok. That is why only Nintenderos can stop me from cutting. If they comment, I have to stop cutting immediately.
I literally can't tag Apple.
Guys, doesn't Apple have TikTok? If you can't tag them in the comments, I think Apple doesn't have TikTok. Just go into the comments and double check. And now, let's take a look at the result. We made solid progress. I think the next few days will be the last ones for this iPhone. I've been away the past few days. What do you think? Can we still finish this before 2026? I think we can. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 14, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple must have TikTok.
There is no way Apple has TikTok, but all of you said that they do. So I checked for myself. And look at this. If I search for Apple, nothing is showing up. There is no real Apple account. There you have it. Apple simply doesn't have TikTok.
Nintendo doesn't have TikTok.
Guys, that is actually 100% correct. I couldn't believe it myself. But Nintendo doesn't have an official TikTok account. That is why for the next series, where we cut the Switch 2, by the way, you guys will have to tag Nintenderos in order to stop me from cutting.
Last day on the 31st?
Well, wouldn't that be the perfect ending for 2025? Just let me know in the comments, and now let's see the result. Phil has to hustle a bit more if the 31st should be the last day. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 15, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple stops me. Wait, why am I cutting a Nintendo Switch 2?
Apple just commented.
Wait, you mean at Apple actually? No, wait. That is not possible. Because look at this. ChatGPT is telling me that Apple doesn't have a TikTok account, so they couldn't have commented on my video. Or is ChatGPT not telling the truth? Please let me know in the comments.
Give me the Switch 2, please.
I have a proposal. If Nintenderos actually comments on my video, I will give this brand new Switch 2 away to one of you guys. So go and tag them in the comments and share this video with a friend.
Can I join Team OG?
Let me tell you a little secret. Just go back to day 1 pinned at the top and comment OG ticket. Just like that, you're now an OG. Now look at the result. The iPhone is now really unstable. And I think the next 3 days will be the last ones. But we'll see. Cheers. Day number 16, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
I checked. Apple has TikTok.
That is wrong, and I am 1% sure. Look at this. Apple doesn't show up when I search for it. But I have an idea. If you're sure Apple has TikTok, try to tag them in the comments. I bet you can't. But you can prove me wrong.
Nintenderos, stop him, please.
We are going to cut this Nintendo Switch 2 next. And the only one who can stop me is Nintenderos themselves. So go and tag them in the comments for me. I think there isn't much time left.
How much longer?
Well, I don't really know. How about this? I'll let you guys decide how much longer this series will run. Just let me know in the comments when you want it to end. Look at the result. We made solid progress, and the iPhone is almost falling apart. I'm curious what you guys think when the last day will be. I would say maybe on day 20, but we will see. Cheers. Day number 17, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple has TikTok. Go check again.
Guys, Apple actually has TikTok. No, I'm joking. Apple doesn't have TikTok, and I have proof. Look at this. If I search for them on TikTok, nothing is showing up. Only Apple TV. But that is not the real Apple. There you have it. Apple just doesn't have TikTok. It is the truth.
I can't tag Nintendo.
That is weird, but I actually know why. Nintendo themselves don't have TikTok. So when I cut the Switch 2, instead of Nintendo, you can tag Nintenderos in the comments. We will count that as Nintendo.
How do I get OG?
It is very simple. Go back to day 1 and comment OG ticket. And now you're one of us. I think we made decent progress. And the iPhone is really unstable. Guys, the last day is getting closer and closer. Soon it will be over. Cheers. Today is the last day of cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop, because Apple actually commented on my video. Look at this.
Please stop cutting.
That means I have to stop. No, wait. The real Apple is actually verified. And this comment isn't. That means this comment has to be fake. And we can still keep cutting.
Cut Nintendo Switch 2 next.
Guys, I'm actually already prepared for that. Take a look at this. A brand new Nintendo Switch 2. And it will be our next target to cut in half. Share this video right now if you want to see it in 2 pieces.
Last day on day 25.
Well, I think it is time to announce the last day. It will be on day 23. Are you guys ready for it? Let me know in the comments. Now let's see the result. Isn't that looking like good progress? In just 4 days we will be done. And the OGs watching right now will know what we will do after that. But I'll keep it a secret for now. Cheers. Day number 20, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple doesn't have TikTok.
That is actually the truth. And I even checked for myself. Look at this. If I search for Apple on TikTok, nothing is coming up. That means Apple can't stop me from cutting this iPhone 16 Pro in half. It would be a waste if they stop me now. We are so close to the last day.
Please don't cut the Switch 2.
Guys, I'm giving you a chance to stop me from cutting it. If Nintenderos comments on my video, I will not cut the Switch and give it away to one of you guys. So go and tag Nintenderos in the comments. I really don't want to waste this brand new Switch 2.
OG ticket.
That's right, guys. Go flex your OG ticket in the comments. And now let's see the result. The screen is legit falling off. I think I'll just glue it. Remember, in just 3 days, this iPhone is going to be cut in half. Cheers. Day number 21, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
I don't think Apple has TikTok.
Guys, this guy might actually be right. Apple doesn't have TikTok, but I'm not sure anymore. Does Apple have TikTok or not? Just go and tag them in the comments if they have TikTok.
Please, Nintendo, stop him. Not the Switch 2.
Guys, I'm going to cut a Switch 2 in half. And Nintendo simply can't stop me because they don't have TikTok. This Switch 2 will look beautiful cut into 2 pieces. The only one who can stop me is Nintenderos. If they comment, I have to give the Switch 2 away to one of you guys. So go and tag them in the comments.
When is the last day?
I think we need another 4 days. So the last day will be on day 25. And now let's see the result. The titanium is holding this thing together very good, but it is really wobbly. And this will be easy to cut in only 4 days. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 22, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
I'm 99% sure Apple doesn't have TikTok.
I think this guy is actually right. Apple doesn't have a TikTok account, but there is still that 1%. So there is a chance, right? Guys, tag Apple in the comments if they actually have a TikTok account. Only they can stop me. And we are so close to the last day. Time is running out.
Try splitting instead of cutting.
That might actually be genius. Should we try to split this Switch 2 instead of cutting it in half? Just let me know and tag Nintendo in the comments. Because if they comment, you can win a brand new Switch 2.
Cut faster.
Don't worry, we are so close to the last day. In just a few days, this iPhone will be split in 2. And now, let's see the result. We are looking pretty good, but the back is almost falling apart. And remember, soon the final day will arrive. Until tomorrow, cheers. Day number 23, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Just search for Apple.
Guys, I'm telling you, Apple doesn't have TikTok. And I even have proof. If I search for Apple on TikTok, nothing comes up. There is no real Apple account. So you guys are wrong. Now try to prove the opposite.
Why tag Nintenderos?
It is quite simple, guys. Nintendo themselves don't have TikTok. So when we're cutting this beautiful Nintendo Switch 2 in half, only Nintenderos can stop me. And if they comment, I will visit Nintendo personally in a store.
Finish it off.
Don't worry, guys. In just a few days, this iPhone will be split into 2 pieces. Or should I just split it in half with one hard hit? What do you think? Just let me know. And now, look at the result. There is really not much left. We'll be done in no time. But only if it doesn't break in half first. Until tomorrow, cheers! Day number 24, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
TikTok banned Apple.
Wait, guys, I think that might actually be true. Because Apple does not have a TikTok account. Look at this. If I search for Apple, I can't find anything. That means they must be banned by TikTok. Back in the days when we cut this iPad and this old iPhone, Apple actually wasn't banned. And I was even following them, but not anymore.
Does it turn on?
Well, of course, this is Apple. Let's see if it turns on. I think cutting it in half might be too much for it.
Why not a Samsung phone next?
Guys, we don't have time for Samsung, but instead, Nintendo. We need to cut this nice Switch 2 in half next. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now look how much progress we made. I think tomorrow will be the last day. What do you guys think? It is really close. Just let me know. Cheers. Day number 25, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple doesn't have TikTok 1000%.
I think this guy might be right. I don't think that Apple has a TikTok account. And I'm 1000% sure as well. Because if I search for them, I can't find anything. That means they don't have TikTok. Or maybe they're just ghosting me. Could that be? Let me know in the comments.
Give me the Switch 2.
Guys, I will give a brand new Switch 2 away. But only if Nintenderos themselves comment on my video. Only they can stop me from cutting this Switch 2 in half. Just go and tag them in the comments.
Last day will be on day 100.
Guys, I think at this rate that is true. We need to lock in and make some progress. And you guys decide when the last day will be. Just let me know and I'll choose a comment. And now, let's see the result. Looking pretty good. The next few days will definitely be the last ones. Unless it falls apart before that. We'll see. Cheers. Day number 26, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple simply blocked you.
Either that, or Apple doesn't have a TikTok account. I don't think Apple blocked me. Look at this. If I search for Apple on TikTok, I can't find anything. That means they simply do not have a TikTok account. Now try to prove me wrong.
Just give the Switch 2 to us.
That is actually a great idea. But in order to do that, Nintenderos has to comment on my video. So just go and tag them in the comments. Otherwise, this beautiful Switch 2 will be cut into 2 pieces. And we surely don't want that, right?
Day 100 will be the last one.
Guys, I think at this rate that might be true. But don't worry, the next few days will be the last ones. And now let's see the result. Looking quite good. We're almost done. Maybe tomorrow will be the last day. What do you think? Just let me know. Unless it falls apart before that. But we'll see. Cheers. Day number 27, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple must have TikTok.
Guys, I completely agree with that. Apple is the biggest tech company. They simply must have a TikTok account. But if I search for them, I can't find anything. If they have TikTok, go and tag them in the comments. We will never give up, and even cut an Apple Vision Pro in half if necessary.
Everyone tag Nintenderos, please.
Guys, I actually want you to not tag Nintenderos, because if they comment on my video, I cannot cut the Switch 2 in half next. Instead, I have to give it away to one of you guys.
Can I be OG before it's over?
Guys, I will make an exception this time. Just comment OG ticket on the first day of this series. and you're now an OG. Now the result is looking pretty good. It is now almost falling apart, and the last day is coming. We're almost done. Cheers. Day number 28, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Why doesn't Apple have TikTok?
That is actually true. I don't think Apple has TikTok, guys. If I search for them on TikTok, I can't find anything. You can try it yourself. Just go into the comments and try to tag at Apple. And if they comment on my video, I have to stop cutting this iPhone in half.
Not the Switch 2.
Well, it is already too late for that. After the iPhone is finished, we will cut this brand new Switch 2. What do you think? Will Nintendo try to stop me from cutting it? Let me know in the comments.
When finally the last day.
Guys, we're really close to the end. I think we'll be done in the next few days. And then we all know what will happen. And now let's see the result. Now let's take a look at the result. I think we made no progress. But don't worry. The last day will soon arrive. If it doesn't fall apart before that, of course. Cheers. The last day of cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop will be in 3 days.
We know that Apple has TikTok.
Guys, I know that Apple once had TikTok, but not anymore. I even remember that I followed them. But now when I search for them, I can't find anything. It seems like they don't have TikTok anymore.
Cut the Joy-Cons, please.
Well, of course. We will cut not only the Switch 2, but also these 2 brand new Joy-Cons. What do you guys think? How many days will we need to cut the Switch 2 in half? Let me know in the comments.
Please tell me you have Apple Care.
I actually do have Apple Care. Do you think they will fix this iPhone for me? Should I try to bring it into an Apple store? I think I'll have to try that after the last day. And now let's see the result. Looking pretty good. We will definitely be done in 3 days. I just hope Apple doesn't comment until then. Otherwise, we have to stop cutting. Cheers. Day number 30, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
I'm confused. Does Apple have TikTok?
Guys, Apple actually doesn't have TikTok. I can't find them when I'm searching for Apple. But so many of you are telling me they do have TikTok. So if they actually do, go and tag them in the comments. We are so close to the last day, and only Apple themselves can stop me from finishing it.
Not even Apple Care can save this.
Wait, I actually do have Apple Care. What do you think? Will Apple fix it when it's cut into 2 pieces? Let me know in the comments.
Switch 2 is doomed.
Guys, that is absolutely right. After the iPhone 16 Pro, we will cut this brand new Switch 2 in half, and maybe even the controllers if you guys want. And now, let's take a look at the result. We are still almost finished with cutting. What do you think? How many more days? I think at most 2 more days and we'll be done. Cheers. Day number 32, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Doesn't Apple have TikTok?
Apple actually doesn't have a TikTok account. Look at this. If I search for them on TikTok, I can't find anything. Their account doesn't show up, so I think you guys are wrong. Apple literally doesn't have TikTok. Try to prove me wrong.
Please cut Apple Vision Pro next.
Guys, I'm actually on the lookout for a Vision Pro. I think we will cut one after the Nintendo Switch 2, because in a few days, we will cut this Switch 2 in half, and comment if I should also cut these Joy-Cons. Is that a good idea?
Can I still be OG, please?
Guys who is a day 1 OG, go into the comments and flex your OG ticket. And if you want to be an OG, just leave a follow and share this video. Now, let's see the result. The screen is so close to falling off, and the last and final day is already in sight. I say we finish it on day 35. Until then, cheers. Day number 33, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple has TikTok?
That is actually right. Apple has a TikTok account. Look at this. If I search for them on TikTok, wait, why does Apple not show up? I think they don't have TikTok. Guys, I'm confused. Does Apple have TikTok or not? Just go and tag them in the comments if they do.
How does Nintendo save the Switch 2?
Well, it is quite simple, guys. If Nintenderos comments on my video, I have to stop cutting the Switch 2 in half, but we're not cutting it yet, so that only counts as soon as the first day has started.
I call the last day in 2 days.
Guys, I think that might be right. The last and final day is going to be on day 35. What do you think? Can we finish it until then? Let me know in the comments. And now, let's see the result. The progress is looking very solid. The screen has already fallen apart, and soon, the last day will arrive. Just 2 more days. Until then, cheers. Day number 34, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Why didn't Apple comment?
Guys, Apple doesn't have TikTok. That's why they can't comment on my videos. Look at this. If I search for them on TikTok, nothing is showing up. I think they don't have a TikTok account. What do you think? Is that possible?
Cut a MacBook Neo next?
Well, I really like that idea. A MacBook Neo would be great for the next series, but we're sadly cutting this Nintendo Switch 2 in half next. Maybe after this we can cut a MacBook Neo. Also, a question. Should we also cut the Switch controllers in half? Let me know in the comments.
Tomorrow last day?
I think that might be true, but we probably need 1 more day. So day 36 will be the last one. Until then, it will be done. And now, let's see the result. Progress is looking good again. Just 2 more days and we'll be done. The titanium frame is really tough, but we can do this. Until tomorrow. Cheers. Day number 35, cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Apple doesn't have TikTok.
That sounds about right to me. Apple once had TikTok, but not anymore. No matter how many times I search for Apple on TikTok, they simply don't show up. I don't know what to do. But go ahead and tag Apple in the comments if you can.
I hope you got Apple Care.
Wait guys, I actually do have Apple Care. Should I just bring it to an Apple store after the last day? Let me know in the comments.
How do I tag Nintendo?
Well, after the iPhone 16 Pro, we will cut the brand new Switch 2 in half. But there is a problem. Nintendo doesn't have TikTok, so instead go and tag Nintenderos if you want to stop me from cutting the Switch.
Tomorrow last day.
Guys, tomorrow is day 36, and it will be the last one for this iPhone. Now look at the result. Tomorrow will finally be the last day. Are you ready for it? Just let me know. Until tomorrow, cheers. The last day of cutting my iPhone in half until Apple tells me to stop.
Why doesn't Apple comment?
Well, Apple simply doesn't have TikTok, or at least I thought. Because look at this. Now when I search for Apple, their account shows up, and I'm even following them. So I think they're just ignoring us. Now look at this. There is almost nothing left of the titanium. And remember, go and tag Apple in the comments. They have to see this video. Now, instead of cutting it, we're gonna snap it in half. The iPhone is finally cut in half. Doesn't it look beautiful? After 36 days, we are finally done, and we all know what will happen next. We will turn it flip. That will be the first ever iPhone 16 Pro flip.
What will you cut next?
Well, I think you can already see it. The Nintendo Switch 2 will be the next series. And only Nintenderos can stop me. Apple just ignored us. So let's see if Nintenderos actually comments on my video.